We now turn our attention to the Labour Party, which says it is not in merger talks with any political party ahead of the 2027 elections. Officials insist they will contest as a standalone platform, citing the more than 6 million votes secured in 2023 as evidence of public trust. The party argues that lessons from the last election are being addressed and that standing alone reflects confidence in its identity and vision. But this position comes amidst a deepening leadership crisis. The Nenadi Usman-led Caretaker Committee, backed by the Nigeria Labour Congress, has accused former chairman Julius Abure of unlawfully entering the party's secretariat and carting away official documents. Both Usman and the NLC have called on security agencies to arrest him, describing the act as criminal and contemptuous of court rulings. Abure's camp denies the allegation, pointing instead to rival factions. Tonight, we ask, how does the Labour Party's internal turmoil affect its credibility as it prepares for 2027? And what does its decision to stand alone mean for Nigeria's political landscape? And also, how are opposition parties positioning themselves for the next general poll? Joining me right now to discuss this is, of course, the Kennedy Ahanotu, is, of course, the Abure faction national youth leader at Labour Party. He joins me actually from Abuja. It's great to have you. Thank you for your time.
Dapo, thank you so much. It's well, but I know very soon you'll stop making this recognition of faction in Labour Party. But it's unfortunate, it's understandable.
But with everything, let me just pick it up from there. With everything we are seeing right now, it's pretty clear that the Labour Party appears factionalized.
Dapo, it's really an unfortunate situation that the Labour Party is experiencing what is experiencing currently. But I can assure you that the party will come out of this victorious eventually.
All right, let's talk about the storming of the Secretariat by Julius Abure and the carting away of official documents. Would you like to sort of shed light on what actually happened and what Nigerians are seeing?
It is laughable to say that Julius Abure came to his office that he has keys to cut away documents. You see, that is very funny for me. I have my office key in Labour Party, and there is no official document or court order saying that I should vacate that office till this moment. So if you now say that you are accusing me for coming to my office to carry out my daily activities and cutting away things, is it not laughable? So I don't understand. Rather, they are the ones, Nenadi and his gang are the ones that came to Labour Party and had an unlawful entry into the party. Yes, they have a court judgment. But that you have a court judgment, there is a process for execution. If you want to take a recovery of your building as a landlord, as a court have given you ownership of any building, you don't go there alone. You must make sure that the former occupant is there when you are going inside. You must make sure that Nigerian police is inside when you are operating. Go and read the Nigerian Constitution. It's very clear. So it is Nenadi Usman and the Deputy Governor of Abia State that did break an entry in the Labour Party office, not Abure, as they are trying to push it. That's the true position. And eventually, the truth will come out.
So
eventually.
So
no matter how much money of the Abia State people that is being spent to make sure that they destroy Labour Party, eventually truth will emerge.
I mean, so you are saying right now you have the keys to your own office within the Secretariat and you can enter and come out as well?
I have my keys. As at the last time I was in the office, I'm still having my keys. And my office have not been changed. The keys have not been changed. And if anybody changes that key, the person has a case to answer. You must call me to come and witness the lawful takeover of my office so that I'll be able to take my personal belongings and leave the party belongings. That is if the case is over. But the case is not over. There is a law report that even when a judgment is gotten in favor of a certain person, that before you take over that judgment, if there is a stay, a notice of stay and notice of appeal, every party, including the victorious party, must remain calm and wait for the final determination of that judgment. The court of first instance have just declared, even though we don't believe that is lawful, that is legal, we don't believe in that judgment because court does not have jurisdiction to say who is the leader of a political party. Remember, Dapo, this type of judgment was what they fought up to Supreme Court. So I wonder why a court now declared them the leader of the party today and they are celebrating it. Why the one court declared Abure, they rejected it and went to appeal. They rejected their appeal court judgment and went to Supreme Court. So why are they now celebrated the High Court declaration of Nenadi? So they should wait for us to finish the process from appeal court to Supreme Court before they will start laying claim on both the assets and liabilities of the party. So for now, it's immature, it's premature for them to break into the party and destroy things and take away belongings of lawful occupants of that party office. I can show you my keys to my office. So if tomorrow that key changes, there are things in my office that I can lay claim to, personal belongings, because it's my personal office. Even though party belongings are also there, I have my personal belongings in that place. So I'm entitled to lawfully enter and take away my personal belongings and leave them if the judgment is over. But the judgment is not over. We are on appeal, for goodness sake.
All right, let's move slightly away from that and talk about, this talks about a merger. Can you confirm that, I mean, Labour Party is saying it can stand alone and is not looking to any merger ahead of 2027 elections? On what grounds? I mean, looking at the last elections, we know that it was more of the obedient wave that sort of created that air around the Labour Party. I'm with you.
Therefore, let me shock you. Let me shock you. Those guys you see are very funny. I will send to your studio the resignation letter of a man you place as National Publicity Secretary of the party. I will send to your studio his resignation letter, his declaration for ADC, and his even international journalists published it. That is now a bona fide member of ADC. And he's claiming today that he's the National Publicity Secretary of Labour Party. Nenadi Usman, that is telling you there is no merger. They want to deceive Nigerians because they have an agenda, which is yet to be clear. They want to deceive Nigeria. They are into coalition with ADC. And let me assure Nigerians that even Labour Party is considering coalition with any political party of our choice. Because if in 2023, we said that we don't want to partner with structures of criminality. And today, we are seeing our partners in that 2023 now dialing, now dancing, now playing and dining and eating with those individuals we refer to as structure of criminality in 2023. We are free now and justified to also decide who we will partner with in 2027 because this is politics. So they cannot just come and say they are not into coalition. They are fully into coalition. If you look at the ESCO that Nenadi is parading, even though none of them has been elected in a convention, if you look at those ESCOs are personal assistants to those individuals that were formerly in the party. Some of them are PAs, some of them are former commissioners, some of them are former obedient coordinators. So if they tell you that they are not into any coalition, tell them that they are lying. They are fully into coalition with ADC, and we are not interested to partner with ADC because in 2023, we called majority of those people that is running ADC structure of criminality. So Labour Party is open to discuss for any type of partnership or type of coalition or type of unity or to run any kind of election that we want to run in 2027.
Okay, so just before we go on this break, just to get what you said clearly, according to you, the Labour Party is open to any form of partnership, coalition, whatever, aside the ADC, according to you.
Yes, we can never partner with ADC. Their members of ADC are deceptive. They are not sincere. Their interests are not yet known to Nigerians.
So what if the APC reaches out?
If APC reaches out, it's subject to consideration.
All right. We'll go on a quick break. When we return, of course, the show continues. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Thank you for staying with me. And of course, it's still Politics HQ. I still have Kennedy Ahanotu. Of course, he's the national youth leader of the Labour Party, what some would say Abure faction or of the party. But I'm sure that with time, according to you, Mr. Kennedy, you said that all of this will be put in perspective. But let's advance in this conversation and talk about another pivotal issue here, which of course has to do with the electronic transmission of results in real time, which has continued to generate reactions. A lot of Nigerians, I mean, at the beginning of the week, this has been a trending hot topic. As an opposition party, looking at what the House has done as regards this clause, are you comfortable and are you confident ahead of 2027?
Therefore, I know that members of your crew members were in the party when immediately after the 2023 general election, the Labour Party declared that what we are interested in is electoral education, to be able to push for the amendment of the Electoral Act. We stated it clearly that what happened in 2023 was because there are clauses in the Electoral Act that were not clear. So Labour Party position on electronic transmission of the vote has always been clear. We welcome it, and if it passes, it will help our democratic institutions in Nigeria. It will help opposition political parties to even emerge and win elections. You see, I am saying this from my heart. What have delayed Nigerians' progress and growth politically is because of the bastardization of institutions. It's because of the destruction of institutions, just like the way that these gangs of people that doesn't mean well for Nigeria want to hijack an institution that they have not made any contribution to build. I have been in the Labour Party for the past 10 years, paying my membership dues, contributing and building and developing the party, and somebody is just coming under 1 year. He's not even a full member. He wants to hijack and become the leader of the party. You see, that is the problem. If democratic institutions are allowed to thrive, democracy will survive in Nigeria. But the moment politicians, the type that we came in contact with in 2023, continue to dictate the tunes of politics in Nigeria, there will be no political institution surviving. And there will be nothing like electronic transmission. Yes, electronic transmission is will favor us as opposition. Yes, but the practitioners under us, do they have sincere mind? If they have sincere mind, they will understand that there is what we call sustainability of institutional development. Will they believe in it? Will they stay under a nobody that is from one local village, that is not a former governor, that is not a former senator, that is not a former minister? Can they be loyal enough to grow under such a person as a national chairman, as a national leader, as a national secretary? They will never accept that, because what they have in their head is elite mentality. If you are not an elite, if you are not a graduate of Harvard, there is no space for you under this structure of criminality that we are talking about. So the Labour Party welcomes the electronic transmission of vote. Of course, someone like me, I'm very passionate about it, because it will give, credence to our democracy. It will give credence to the emergence of real democrats, not money bags and elites alone.
All right, still talking ahead of 2027 general elections. I mean, there are talks that the opposition seems to be drowning. I mean, we know how strong the Labour Party, your party, was in 2023, but that doesn't seem to be the case at the moment, given the many issues within the party. So I'm just going to ask you, as a member of the opposition, what do you consider a fit ahead of 2027? Are you strong?
My dear brother, go and check from 1999 till date. The opposition in Nigeria has been drowning. If you allow these people regrouping in ADC to take over government, they will still repeat the same thing. They don't give space for competition They don't give space. But that is why in Labour Party today, Abia State Governor will go at the comfort of his conference hall in Abia State and inaugurate a committee and make his brother from the same ward and the same polling unit the acting national secretary of his caretaker committee. He's from Abia State, the governor. We need members from Imo. We need members from Ebonyi. We need members from Enugu. But he decided to make his own brother from the same ward, the same local government, the same polling unit as the acting, as the interim national secretary of the party. Is he sincere? He's not sincere because their interest is to hijack the party structure, make it a stooge that does whatever they want. That is what they want. So opposition will continue to drown as long as political gladiators feels that the moment they are elected as governor, they become Lord and personal savior of whoever that worship them. Because somebody like me, I cannot worship man. I only worship the heavenly God. And I worship institutions because I've traveled around the world and I know that it is institutional strength that is making US to be stable today. It is because there is sustainability of institutions that is making United Kingdom to be great today. The German government is strong because institutions are strong. So oppositions in Nigeria will continue to drown. The moment the political gladiators feels that is their right, the moment they win election, to take ownership of political parties.
I'm going to pick up...
Let me share some experience about Labour Party.
Okay, in 30 seconds, share your experience before I ask you my final question.
Yes. Do you know the moment most of our members, senators, House of Rep members, including the current governor, were elected, their number one request, without contributing anything to the party, their number one request were one, change my watch chairman. I don't like him. This is a watch chairman that won election with him. Change my local government chairman. No benefit to a man that just won election with you. Change my state chairman. The other state chairman, the other state governor did it. He changed the other state chairman and brought his brother, Emmanuel Oti, and asked the party NWC to make him the state chairman of the Labour Party in other state. Go and verify, because Labour Party is about verification. He imposed the Emmanuel Oti as the acting chairman of Labour Party in other state without giving a bottle of pure water, a bottle of water, to the state chairman that struggled and won an election with him. These men are not just good, they are evil.
All right, my final question to you, and I would just like you to respond in 30 seconds. You talk about institutions being strong, and what question I just want to ask, or one thing I want to know is this. You talk so passionately about the Labour Party, but looking at everything that is happening, should eventually, after all of this legal huddle right now, should it eventually happen that maybe the Abure faction, just saying right now, or the Nenadi faction wins, would you leave the Labour Party?
Look, Dapo, I'm a young man. I'm just turning 43. And let me tell you, I joined the Labour Party with a purpose in 2016. And I was the ward secretary of the party. From ward secretary, I became local government secretary of the party. From local government secretary, I became director of ICT of the party. I decided to test my strength and ran for House of Representatives in 2019 under Labour Party. I ran for that election and I came fourth in that election. Go and verify, it's on INEC portal. And I met the Deputy National Secretary of the party.
All right.
In 2023 June. And after then, I am now the national leader of the party. It has taken me 10 years to get to the point where I am. If you're asking me if I will leave the party, if Nenadi wins, my brother, if I foresee and experience any level of injustice meted on the party, I will consider leaving the party.
All right. Thank you so much for your time on the program. Kennedy Ahanotu, of course, a national youth leader of the Labour Party. It's been a pleasure having this conversation with you this evening. Once again, thank you for your time.